Okay, we are BRACCUS Beats is the name of the band. Toby Mac and Scott Dennison. The first song was called Rio Stroll, which is like a bossa nova. All the songs me and Scott wrote together. And then the second song was called Journey to Shangri-La, which was kind of about a trip I had to Shangri-La. And the third tune was Fly Away.
Yeah, I mean, we made all of the productions ourselves, and we, bounce them back and forth. We send them to each other and we record, and so yeah, it was really nice.
Yeah, I mean, I used to get advice all the time. I don't remember specific people, but I know it was quite common for people to say, "Oh, you can't make a living as a musician." Oh, and same with the trumpet. "Oh no, you can't make a living as a trumpet player. You can't make a living as a jazz trumpet player." You feel like it's someone trying to discourage you, because I mean, I've never had another job besides being a jazz trumpet player, so it's bad in the sense that they were wrong, but maybe it was good in the sense that it sort of made me want to prove them wrong. Yeah.
Mine was similar, but very specific. I used to go to a jam session in a town where I'm from, and one guitar player in particular said, "Don't learn jazz. Blues was okay, rock was okay, but he specifically says, don't learn jazz. Jazz musicians don't know what they're doing. They don't understand the theory. They don't understand anything," which I thought was quite strange coming from a musician, to give you a specific thing not to do. But I did it anyway, because you learn a lot from jazz, which is good, very useful.
So the overall genre that we're composing in this project is not really a live project. First of all, it's a production project. So we're writing songs to record them, home recording. So the overall genre that we're working is lo-fi, but the subgenres that we're doing is more kind of chill hop. So like the lo-fi genre is, to describe it, is kind of like a popular form of instrumental background music. But within that, there's different subgenres. And we kind of do chill hop, which chill hop tends to be a little bit more jazz orientated and a little bit more upbeat. So the lo-fi genre in general, it's sort of sometimes described as study beats. So people use it as background music when they're studying. And all the tracks are very short, like 2 to 3 minutes. But it's been a really fun project.
I think the difference with a lot of this genre, they're very short, and there's always samples and samples of drums, samples of piano. But the nice thing that me and Toby do is we actually play the instruments. So the parts are all recorded by us. So we play the bass, we play the synthesizer, the trumpet. Toby plays the trumpet, I do guitar. Even though it's in that genre, it still has that element of jazz improvisation, solo sections. Yeah, it's nice to put what we do onto another genre and kind of make our own thing, which is really nice. My favorite, I have one in particular, but which was at House of Blues and Jazz with a great organ player who used to live in Shanghai, Steinar, drummer Nicholas McBride, and Alec Havoc, who's a local in Shanghai. That was my favorite, but generally speaking, I really enjoy the gigs where you can bring something to the music. You can take your sound, your amplifier, your pedals, your creative ideas, and the band will stay out of the way and let you come through. And I'm really lucky to work with Toby, because he does that on pretty much every gig. There's always room to improvise, and Toby really understands the music and how it should sound, and there's no strict rules about what you can and can't do. It's you play your best and you contribute to the music. And anytime I find myself in that situation, that's always my favorite, regardless of the style of music.
I wouldn't say any specific performance, but yeah, like Scott mentioned, the gig he did at House of Blues and Jazz. I remember gigs I did at the Peace Hotel with Theo Croker's band. It wasn't my band, but I would play with that band, and I remember that being like super fun, like high level jazz, and I was like always trying to keep up. So it was like a really good gig in that sense. But no, I agree like with what Scott was saying, where the favourite gigs are gigs where there's really cooperation with the other instrumentalists, and it's not, and it's sort of like any band where you're playing where you feel like you're an equal part of that band. So if it's a duo, you're 50%. If it's a quartet, you're 25%. It's not like a group where one person is 80% and there's 10 other guys who are, 2% each or 1% each. Those are my favourite gigs, yeah, for sure.